spooky science, or cosmic connection. Imagine two particles zooming apart at light speed, yet somehow sharing secrets across the cosmos. Albert Einstein called it spooky action at a distance, and he wasn't exactly a fan. But what if this weirdness isn't just for tiny particles? What if your thoughts, your very consciousness, are tangled up in the same quantum web? Sounds like something out of a sci-fi flick, doesn't it? Or maybe a meme-worthy superhero plot. But stick with me, because we're diving into the wild place where quantum physics crashes into the mystery of the mind. Hi fellows, today we're unpacking the facts, the theories, and the mind-bending what-ifs in a way that's clear, fun, and maybe a little spooky. By the end, you might wonder if your brain's a quantum computer or just really good at picking Netflix shows. What is quantum entanglement? Let's break it down. Quantum entanglement is when two particles get so connected that their properties, like spin or polarization, are locked together. Measure one, and you instantly know the state of the other, no matter how far apart they are. No signals, no delays, just an instant link that laughs at the speed of light. It's not communication, it's correlation, baked into the universe's code. Picture this. You and a friend each get a magic glove in a sealed box. You fly to opposite ends of the galaxy, open your box, and find a left glove. Boom, your friend's got the right one. But here's the kicker. The gloves didn't decide until you open the box. That's entanglement in a nutshell. Einstein thought it was absurd, calling it spooky. But it's real, and experiments prove it. Take Bell's inequality tests from the 1960s. If the world worked like classical physics, with hidden variables setting everything in stone, certain measurements wouldn't cross a statistical line. But they do every time. Entangled particles act like they're in sync, no matter the distance. Then there's the delayed choice quantum eraser experiment. Scientists measure a particle after it passes through slits, and it retroactively behaves like a wave or a particle. It's like the future is rewriting the past. The universe isn't just non-local, it's downright weird. The hard problem of consciousness. Now, let's pivot to something closer to home, your mind. Consciousness is that inner spark, feeling joy, pain, or that sinking dread when you realize taxes are due. Neuroscience can map your brain like a pro, showing which bits light up for emotions, memories, or that catchy song stuck in your head. But here's the million-dollar question. Why does any of this feel like something? Why is there a you experiencing it? Philosopher David Chalmers calls this the hard problem of consciousness. The easy stuff is explaining how brains process info, like how neurons fire for vision or speech. The hard part? Why there's a subjective experience at all. Why does pain hurt? Why does a memory feel vivid? A robot could mimic human behavior, but would it feel anything? Classical physics says consciousness just emerges from complex brain wiring, like software running on a squishy computer. But no one's found the magic equation that turns neurons into awareness. Something's missing. Quantum theories of the mind. This is where quantum physics sneaks in with a mischievous grin. Some scientists think the weirdness of quantum mechanics might crack the hard problem. Enter orchestrated objective reduction, or orchestra-OR, by physicist Roger Penrose and anesthesiologist Stuart Hameroff. They propose consciousness comes from quantum processes inside tiny structures called microtubules in your brain's neurons. These might act like quantum computers, collapsing wave functions into moments of aha, your awareness, billions of times a second. Why is this cool? Quantum systems are holistic, not just a bunch of separate parts, which could explain why your experience feels unified. They're also indeterminate, like how your next thought isn't always predictable, hinting at free will. Recent 2025 research backs this up a bit. Scientists found quantum-like vibrations in microtubules and possible entanglement in myelin, the stuff insulating nerve signals. There's even evidence of quantum effects in brain signals during learning or meditation. But hold the applause. Critics point out the brain's a warm, wet mess, hardly the pristine lab where quantum effects thrive. Heat and noise usually wreck quantum coherence faster than you can say superposition. Plus, there's no hard proof these effects cause consciousness. It's a bold idea, not a done deal. Other theories? Quantum brain dynamics sees the brain as a field, not just neurons. with consciousness emerging from wave-like interactions. Or there's the holographic brain idea, where info's stored like a 3D hologram. These draw on quantum principles, but they're still hypotheses, not textbooks. Could your mind be entangled? Now here's where things get wild. If quantum effects happen in the brain, could your consciousness be entangled with something bigger, like other minds, or even the universe? Some theorists imagine a quantum consciousness field, where your brain's a receiver, not the source, tuning into a cosmic network. This could explain freaky stuff like intuition, sudden knowing without logic, or synchronicity, those meaningful coincidences Carl Jung loved. Ever think of someone, and they call you? Maybe it's not luck. Maybe it's quantum. Recent experiments in 2025 hint at entangled brain states during synchronized tasks, like meditation or learning. One study even suggests photons in brain signals might entangle, carrying info non-locally. But let's pump the brakes. This is super speculative. There's no solid evidence your thoughts are zapping across galaxies or linking with your bestie's brain. Classical explanations, like your brain picking up subtle cues, often work just fine. It's a fun idea, but we need more data before we start calling it cosmic Wi-Fi. What does it all mean? So what's the big picture? Philosophically, quantum entanglement flips the script. Reality isn't a fixed machine. It's a web of probabilities shaped by observation. If consciousness plays a role, you're not just watching the universe, you're helping it unfold. This vibes with ancient wisdom, like Buddhism's interconnectedness or the Upanishads' "you are that," where self and cosmos are one. Entanglement says separation's an illusion, which feels pretty spiritual. But let's stay grounded. Some folks see quantum mechanics as validating mysticism, collective consciousness, universal unity. Others roll their eyes, saying it's pseudoscience without hard proof. No, entanglement doesn't mean telepathy or souls are real. It just means the universe is weirder than we thought. Ethically, though, it's a nudge. If we're all connected, your actions ripple. Kindness might literally resonate through the quantum field. Who knew physics could be so wholesome? So, is your mind entangled with the universe? Maybe. 2025 research teases yes, with quantum effects in brains looking more plausible. But it's not proven, and consciousness remains science's biggest puzzle. Entanglement's real and spooky. It shows the cosmos is one giant web. Your thoughts? They might not stop at your skull. They could be part of something bigger, not in a woo-woo way, but a that's wild way. In this AI era, we're building AI to dig into these mysteries, but science thrives on skepticism. Question everything, even this video. If it sparks curiosity, I've done my job. So what do you think? Spooky science or cosmic joke? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for joining me on this quantum ride. Stay curious, stay entangled.